Yo, what's up guys, in here, welcome back to another video here. Today, I don't know why it gave an option at the top, I just spawned in, but whatever. We're going to be continuing the East Asian video, that's 100 spins, probably the last 100 spins on this save, we'll see, because by the time next month comes around and I start filming again, the game might be updated to the point where this save is no longer stable, just like the other one. So, you know, hey, but there's more maps to go around, you know? But I have gotten a little bit attached to this, like I did to the other one. But I've gotten more attached to this one because I put more thought into it. So, yeah, let me go spin the wheel, and let's get started on these next 100 spins. We're going to start it off with Busan, who just gave independence to Orang, and, you know, all that, and they're going to found a religion. What were they currently? I think they were atheists. They were atheists right there. Alright, this is a variation of Buddhism, apparently. So, we got it now. I'm gonna give it pink. I feel like pink works. Now, let's look at the faith map mode. And, what is all the faiths? Okay, atheist is red. Protestantism is this yellow. This is shamanism. They used to be Buddhist, but they're not anymore. They are Jingzhu. They are Shinbutsu Shugo. Alright. They are Taoists. They're Confucius, because they're worshipping the guy. Shintos in purple. Green are Baptists. Purple down here is Catholic. Yeah, Catholic. And Minzoku Shintoism, which I hope to get rid of in this video, because holy fuck is that stupid. Can't even change the color, it's dumb as fuck. I'm gonna go spin the wheel. Now we're going to Doe, the Switzerland of this world, and then their leader dies. Now we go down to Sorong, who is competing with Port Moresby in the, you know, villa effort, the resorts, not villas, resorts. We're just gonna keep expanding, building more resorts as they go. They're kind of whooping Port Moresby's ass. Oh, and we have this nation right here. Parawi, I don't know. But anyway, we're going up to Osaka, actually. We're going to go down to Osaka, because Osaka is down here. Oh no, they got a small split! Well, guys, we got Kyoto, who has been upset because they're being ignored in favor of Southern progression. So they just want their independence, and they voted for it, and Osaka allowed it, they ratified it, and they're gonna get this much land. I say that's good enough, and actually they're gonna get this island because Osaka doesn't want it, and that's good enough for them. Now we got Kyoto, who also spreads the faith of Shinbutsu Shugo, so it's not on the verge of extinction because now 2 people have it. Now we're going over to Wuhan, which is this one. After killing Wenzhou, after a misunderstanding, an accident, they're going to expand west. They don't want to step on the toes of Taipei, even though Taipei is knocking on their door like, we need help in this war. You know what I mean? But, you know, they're just minding their own business. They just got out of war themselves. Now we go down to Maliwan, the Shintos, and they're going to build a castle. I don't even need to search this up. Singapore. It would be funny if I put that in the wrong spot. Now we're going over to Fuzhou, who got kicked out of their namesake. And they're going to try to sneak attack their way back in onto the Philippine Islands. Because they need their stronghold right here, but they accidentally cut off Haiku, so only Haiku can go up here now. Vientiane, I don't know how to pronounce that. They're going to expand a little bit. They're just going to become a little bigger, I guess. They didn't do much. Now we go down to Port Moresby, who has been getting their ass kicked quite a lot, and you know, it takes a toll on them. It takes a toll. They're losing in the resort business. So what do? They resort to an attack. They're attacking so wrong. They're looking to eradicate them. They're just taking over, stealing the resorts as they go. When money's involved, you will do anything. And matter of fact, we're sticking with them because the wheel favored it. They're gonna keep going. They're gonna try to kill them. They're gonna try to kill So Wrong. And this is kind of so wrong to do. Let them go. They're killing them, murdering them. stealing the resorts. They're becoming richer by the day. And then we go up to Pyongyang. Still very unstable in multiple locations, but they're able to luck out. The people have to just deal with it for a little longer as they expand west. Now we go down to Due. And, you know, after their leader died, guess what? They became angry. They became vengeful. They go on the attack. They take Maliwan's capital. Okay, no, I did. Okay. They take the capital. They keep going down. And also, it kind of worked out that they're conquerors now. I was already going to do that anyway, but they're no longer Switzerland. They're Germany. Now we go back over to Fuzhou, who will fully eradicate Taipei from the Philippines and will go sail around to try to get their namesake back, as they do, cutting off Taipei from their food production. Because remember, they produce more food over here than they do over here. You know what I mean? This is more like military. This is like factories. This has some food production, but not nearly to the capacity of this, because this has much better farmland. We're going to pretend that it does. If it doesn't in real life, boohoo. So now they've cut off the food production, and matter of fact, they're going to cut off the military production and the factory production on these islands, because these islands, you know, strategic points. And we're going to call it a day on Fuzhou, because we just need a little dramatic push to make it interesting. Now we go down to Bokyapin, who they hear about Maliwan being attacked, and they're like, hey, you attacked us, you know, karma comes in bad, karma comes in hard, you know what I mean? That is the Lord doing their work. You know what I mean? That's the Lord doing the work. I just gotta sit here, you know, because they still hate Maliwan at the end of the day, but they don't want to go back to war. They're more about trading. Now we go to Fuzhou, who will smallly expand. They're going to keep taking over the food production. They're actually going to take over Haiku's land right there. They're going to take over some more food production from them. And Taipei is in for a rough time, as, you know, they're being cut off from a lot of things, and they're being attacked from many angles. The people can't sustain it, and Taipei is up, and they will mediumly expand. They'll try to take back their food production, and they keep trying. They're pushing. They're like, we need this food. If we can't get this, we might be fucked. And they don't get it. They can't get to their food. And there's no planes. There's no planes. So they have to rely on the food production in the island that they settled on originally. But it might not be enough, as we go up to Pyongyang, who's also very unstable. But they're going to keep expanding. They're just going to keep expanding. They keep getting unlucky. You know what I mean? They should be eradicated, but they're not. I never put Tianjin on the wheel. That was my bad. They're on the wheel now, though. As we go to Rizhao, who, after teaching Pyongyang a lesson last time, they're just going to expand west. Oh, shit, that's going to piss me off. Now we go over to Orang, who has settled over here because there's not much else they could have done. And they, you know, they asked the Busan government, can we go through? Oh, okay. And then they traveled, and they settled all the way over here. And they're building settlements here, because there is no other place for them to be. And in the case of a nuke, they are going to survive, even though there's no nukes. Now we go over to Vientiane, however you pronounce that, still don't know. They're going to follow this river, go up this one, and then cover that a little bit. Now we go over to Busan, who had a religious struggle. They didn't want to be atheist anymore, and now they're going to largely expand and go up this river a little bit, looking to just expand that border up top and build more housing. Now we go down to Parawi? I don't know. Their leader dies. Damn. Matter of fact, we stick with them though. And now they're gonna mediumly expand. And they're like, well, where the hell do we go? So they ask, I'm pretty sure they split off from Port Moresby. Hold on. No, they didn't. They're a new nation. Okay, whatever. They're friends with Port Moresby, even though they have a religious difference. And they're gonna ask, hey, can we go through your lands? And they're like, this is not the best time to go through our lands. And they're like, okay. So they sail around and they come to this island. And they go to this island. And guess what? This is the beginning of the downfall for them, because guess who is to their west and south? A very, very violent tribe of people. But luckily for them, they're more interested in going north. Now we go up to Brunei, who's just chilling. worshipping that false Confucius guy. And you know what? They're like, wait a minute. Hey, we don't need you. You're lying. You're just lying. So they found their own religion. And that means Confucianism died. And they become Shafi. However you pronounce that, I don't know. They're basically Islamic. That's the easiest way to put it. So now Confucianism is dead. It was Haiku's religion, I think. Yeah, and then they wanted a different religion. So, you know. And also, they do execute that false Confucius guy, by the way. I do just want to mention, just like they did with the Shinto guy. Now Bandung just expands north. And, you know, they're looking for somebody to kill. They're not going to find it today, but maybe tomorrow. Now we go up to Fuzhou, who... Never mind. Alright, it's about right here. Don't quote me on that. It's Chengdu. However you pronounce that, I do not know, but they're about right here. If that's not the case, then I'm sorry. No, I'm not. China's massive. It's hard to pinpoint like that. Now we go down to Sorong, still trying to fight off Port Moresby after the blindside attack, and they decide, let's go for where we know your capital is if you try to build it. They're not taking back their land, they're just trying to, you know, go for where the big infrastructure will be because that's what they've had for the longest time. So now they're kind of crippling them. Now we go up to Kyoto. They will smallly expand. They're not going to get this island. That island's staying uninhabited. Now, they're in a weird place because they're like, where do we go? I mean, there's nothing coastal to get, you know what I mean? And, you know, we could ask Taipei if we could go through their lands, but they have a little problem right now. And they're like, wait a minute, we're Osakan by heart, and we didn't agree with the peace deal with Pyongyang. We wanted to keep fighting, but they made peace. Fuck it, we're gonna go after Pyongyang, and they start invading the island of Japan, where Pyongyang is. And Pyongyang is caught off guard now. They gotta fucking figure out a way to solve that. They don't have nearly enough for another war. Now we go down to Bandung. However you put, I don't know. They're gonna keep expanding north on this island. They're gonna wrap around, meet up with themselves. Now we go to Osaka. Who little do they know, they're about to run into Satan himself. But they get lucky by not meeting him today. Now we go up to Wuhan. Still just gonna smallly expand, mind their own damn business. Following the river. Now we get Tianjin, after they finally got put on the fucking wheel. And they're gonna union. They ask Busan, hey, do you want a union? Busan's like, we let you split off from us, and now you want us under you? And they're like, yeah. And Busan's like, no, respectfully, no. Alright, and then they ask Pyongyang, do you want to come under us? And Pyongyang is like, we have a religious difference. No, because they're atheist. Oh no, Tianjin is also atheist. Wait. Pyongyang is stubborn. They want to stay, you know, independent. But also, they're at a place where they're on the verge of collapse. And so guess what we're gonna do? I'm gonna random number generate this bitch. And Pyongyang, after much deliberation, decides to unite under Tianjin. Okay. I did it wrong. Never mind. They're tricksters. They're jokesters. They lied. And now Tianjin is probably very upset at that. Now we go over to Dawei. Very upset that their leader died. Oh, and at a time like this, they're probably not going to be atheist anymore. Let's see what religion they take over. Taoism. So they take Fuzhou's religion for some reason. And that's one less atheist in the world, because we have only two atheist nations left. It's kind of a W. Now we go up to Pyongyang, who, after playing that practical joke on Tianjin, their leader dies. Oh, that's not a good look. I wonder how that happened. Now we go down to Maliwan, still trying to defend themselves here. And at a time like this, they're going to found a religion. So they're no longer Shinto, and I think they're the last, like, normal Shinto left, so that's the death of a religion. They're going to become Sikhs? Sikh? I don't know. I can't tell you. They're going to become Sikh, though. And, oh, no, there is still Shintos in Medan. So, Shintoism is on the verge of extinction right now. I mean, technically, Baptists, Shintos, Sikhs, Shafi, Jingzhou, Catholicism, Minzoku Shintoism, Shamanism, Chondoism, Tongbulguyo, I don't know how to pronounce that. They're all on the verge of extinction because they, oh, and whatever light blue is, because they only have one person, and it's the person that founded the damn religion, or somebody that took it over and then the other people left. Now we go over to Rizhao, who is right here. They're Protestant. They're just going to expand, mind their own damn business. Now we go over to Parai. They're going to smallly expand. And, almost run into Satan, but they're cool. Now we go over to Sarong, just to the east, who will largely expand, taking over all of the important infrastructure of Port Moresby, and some land along with it that wasn't owned. They're just going to be taking all this, and now we're at a point where all the old infrastructure in Port Moresby has been taken away, as Sarong now goes to the new infrastructure here. Well, actually, this was their infrastructure. Whatever, you get the point. Now we go over to Maliwan. After a religious struggle, they're going to finally try to take back their castle, and they do. They take back their namesake. Now we go up to Orang. Just chilling. Oh, no. Orang, after settling up here, I don't know what that area would be called. I think that's the Tibetan Plateau. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. I don't even know where that would be on Google Maps. Alright, this is the closest thing I can get to the location. So, you know, oh. I didn't know it was going to be that small of a split. Dawei, still in their warmongering ways, will take back Maliwan capital and keep expanding down south into it. And Maliwan's on the verge of death, basically. Now we go over to Taipei, on the verge of a bunch of collapses, and they finally get back to their food production area, and they save themselves yet again. Now we go down to Paroi, I still don't know, and they're gonna go up, try to take some land from Osaka of where they wanted to go, and they're gonna call it a day right there. They're gonna live in harmony with Osaka. They're not enemies, you know what I mean? They're not dickheads. Now we go up to Brunei. After founding their own religion and executing the other guy, they're gonna build yet another castle. They're just chilling on Borneo. They don't know anyone else exists. Nobody knows they exist. Everybody that's come onto their island has been executed after being found out to be a false fucking prophet. It's about right here. I'm not even, you can't get me to pronounce that. We're almost halfway in this last video. Now we go down to Port Moresby. It will mediumly expand. They will take back some of their land. As they expand, get a lot back, quite frankly. And they're doing pretty decent in this war. Now we go over to Madan, just chilling, minding their own damn business. You know what I mean? They split off peacefully from Bokyapin. And they're just chilling. They live in harmony even though they just took some land accidentally, but everyone's cool with it. You know what I mean? Bokyapin, they just care about the money. They're traders. You know what I mean? Now we go over to Fuzhou. We'll mediumly expand, and they're gonna come down and cut off Taipei again from their food. And they're gonna take over every bit of coastal right there. And matter of fact, they're gonna enter on the island of Taipei, Taiwan, whatever. And now Taipei is in a very bad situation as we go over to Sorong. They're gonna mediumly expand, and you know what? They're gonna go from the west this time, knowing that the military troops went east, so now they can easily take over this area. Now we go up to Taipei, on the verge of a bunch of things, and they kick Fuzhou off the island. They start storming this coast, trying to get to their food area, but they can't get it in time. This is the third time it's happened. We go up to Kyoto, still at war with Pyongyang. They're gonna keep going up the coast. They're gonna go across the coast. Now this area is split from this area. That is bound to be horrible for their economy. And guess what? They're gonna cut them off from the coast so that it's so much harder. This was an accident. So much harder for them to get any supplies. They're basically dead. They surrender. Now they're gonna go up north. Pyongyang is not looking good as we're halfway done. Now we're going over to Vientiane, which has just been chilling. And they're gonna smallly expand. They're gonna get this little pocket of land. They're gonna go south across this river. And they look like, you know, the balloon from SpongeBob when they were at rock bottom. You know what I mean? You know what the hand balloon, the glove balloon. You know the thing. Now we go to Busan. Who is gonna union? They're gonna ask, hey, Orang, do you want to union with us? Okay. Pyongyang, do you want to come back under us? And Pyongyang is like, oh god, we need help. We need help so bad. But the religious difference, does Pyongyang give up their dictatorship and their religion? And their religion? I can't speak. And they were the ones that founded it too, the founders of the atheism. And they're like, no, we can't give up the atheism. We can't. So the unite fails. Busan's just chilling now. They don't hold grudges yet. Now we go down to Maliwan, who's on the verge of death's door in the north, and they start expanding up more. They can storm towards their castle and they almost get there. Now we go up to Busan again, and they're gonna smallly expand. They're just chilling. They're gonna go up this river, go across, start filling in this area, building infrastructure. They're a very big empire, the biggest empire. We stay with Busan. Largely expanding, getting this pocket of land, going across the top, coming down the south and going west as they go up this river a little bit now. They're very good. They're like the Mongol Empire, but less violent. We go over to Orang, who, after having a little split, they're going to take that land back because I hate that piece of land. And then they're going to keep going in this flatland area. And their colony is looking pretty good. Now we go over to Pyongyang, who's not having a very fun time. They're going to largely expand. They're going to take some land back. Taking the coast right here. Going down south. Reconnecting with this piece of land so that, you know, they have a fighting chance. And now Kyoto has been split up into a few pieces as, you know, Pyongyang makes way, taking some land from Taipei, but again, it's an accident. Pyongyang is looking a little bit better here as the troops are threatened with death if they don't perform well. Wuhan now will just expand, keep following this river. They're just, you know, minding their own business. Hey, Taipei needs our help. Too bad. And speaking of Taipei, we're actually going to go to Taipei. And they're going to smallly expand. They're going to take back this little bridge right here. They're going to get their food supply. And they're going to start eradicating the eastern forces of Fuzhou. Now we go up to Wuhan, who will follow this river, find out it leads nowhere. So they're going to go back to home and start thickening this border so it looks less stupid. And they kind of succeed in a way, but who knows? It kind of looks like sperm. We go down to Maliwan, still trying to get their capital back again. And they're going to largely expand and take it. They're going to start eradicating Dawei from their lands and get more than they ever had before. We go to Chengdu, which is this one. They're going to union, and it's going to fail because they are not close to anyone. Man, if union still had the thing where I can right-click a nation and say Chengdu, and then I right-click Wuhan, and then I unite them, and Chengdu is now a part of Wuhan instead of I click on Chengdu and I have to unite something under it so Wuhan would be part of it. It's just stupid. I miss the old way it worked. Vientiane, however you pronounce that. They're gonna go down this river, go up here, and they're doing pretty well for themselves. We go down to Port Moresby, and they're gonna have a small split. This is not good for them. We're gonna have a third rival in the Resort Olympics. We get Leh. And Leh is going to take this little pocket of land, go down here, and get this coastline and these islands right here. And actually, you know what? I'll let them take as much as they want. So there we go. We got Leh. creating a buffer between Sorong and Port Moresby. So there's only one way this war can go, and it's right here. That's the only front. Because Lei rebelled and, you know, forced the government to accept them. Now we go up to Kyoto, and they will largely expand, cutting off Pyongyang yet again from itself, taking away the coast. They have to surrender for a second time. Going up north now, they're going to go around taking the coastal here, and they're on the verge of a surrender as well. We go down to Dawei. They're going to smallly expand, taking some land back, mainly islands, and then we're going to go for the mainland as well. Now we go down to Parai. I still don't know. We're going to call it Par. They're going to mediumly expand. And unlucky for them, they run into Satan. You know what I mean? They're taking some land accidentally, but it's fine. They run into Satan. They're like, hey, who are you? And then they're like, we're going to fucking kill you. What? Yeah, we're just going to kill you. We're going to kill you, you say. Yes. Oh, God. And so they have to go on a fight for themselves. They have to fight first. They throw the first punch because they're going to die if they don't. Now we go over to Lei, who's just chilling. They're going to adopt some of his religion, so they're no longer going to be Catholic unless they spin Catholicism here. No, they're going to be Shimbutsu Shugos, like Kyoto and Osaka. A missionary must have went over. There's one less Catholic in the world. Religion mode looks cool if it wasn't for this stupid little dark blue there. Yeah, it looks good. Now we go down to Sorong. And they're going to union. They're going to ask Port Moresby. They're going to be like, hey, come here. You know what I mean? Just become one of us. And they're going to say no. They're saying no. They're stubborn. And now they turn to Parai. And they're like, hey, do you want to join us? And they're like, yes, please. We're at war and we're going to die. We're fighting Satan. Please help us. And they're like, you're fighting Satan? Yeah. So you want to join us? Yes, please, before we die. And so Parai joins, Sorong. But now Sorong is at war with two different people. They're kind of stupid, but money's money, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, money's money. The more lands for resorts, the more they're going to do it. Now we go up to Osaka. Who's also about to find out that Satan exists. Never mind, their leader dies. I guess Satan got to him first. We go over to Dawei. They're going to largely expand, taking this fucking castle back for a third time, going south. That almost is a swastika. We go over to Haiku, haven't seen them all video. They're going to largely expand, going into Taipei's land, trying to cut them off from food again, and they do. They do, with a little snake thing. Now we go down to Bokyuhin, who's been minding their own damn business for this damn long. And they're gonna keep minding their own damn business. Ignore the fact they just took land. That was accidental. And they're just gonna keep building infrastructure around here for their trading areas. You know what I mean? They trade by sea and by land. As they go up here, and there's only a little bit of land down there left. We go up to, wait, Wenzhou. Why is Wenzhou on the fucking wheel? They're dead. Did I accidentally get rid of Tianjin for Wenzhou? Whatever. I'm talking about last time. Tianjin's on the wheel now. We go up to Rizhao. Rizhao. I don't know how to pronounce that. They're going to follow this river for a little bit, and that's it. We go down to Maliwan, who is looking to take back this castle for a third or fourth time, and they get it, and they're going to go up north. This is back and forth. After Dawei's leader died, they haven't been the same, and we're sticking with Maliwan, who will go up more into Dawei. They're going to be storming that Bangkok castle. They're both conquerors and mountaineers. They're basically the same. I don't know why they're not on the same side. Look at the leader of Maliwan, by the way. We go over to Lei, who will build a castle. They're going to name it after themselves. They see all the fighting around them. They're like, we want to be protected. We go up to Wuhan, and their leader dies. And now they're known to lash out over little accidents. They might lash out there. We go over to Kyoto. The masterminds of war. They encircle another piece of land, making them surrender. They start going up north here to this northern island. They start doing the same tactic of encircling it. And it might be able to work again. Who knows? Pyongyang is on the verge of a collapse in several different areas. We go down to Osaka. Satan found their leader before they found Satan. And now they're going to go down south. And they're going to find Satan himself. And they have to declare war because it's Satan. Satan declares war on you anyway, and they start fighting. Now they have to fight two different fronts, Satan does. We go up to Pyongyang, who is on the verge of several collapses. This place, this place, this place, this place, and hell, even this place from here. But we'll see. They get off scot-free for the moment. They're gonna start taking back this northern island, getting rid of Kyoto almost from it. Video's almost over, but I don't want it to be. We go down to Osaka at war with Satan with Sorong. And they're gonna start going down south, cutting off a little bit from the other. And Satan's getting his ass kicked right now. We go up to Tianjin, and they're gonna try another union. They're gonna ask Pyongyang, do you want it this time? And Pyongyang is gonna be like, yes, please just take us. We don't care anymore. And Pyongyang is no more. But Kyoto, they don't stop. Kyoto's still pissed, and they want this land back. You know what I mean? Because their origin is Tokyo. This used to be Tokian lands, and they want it back. You know, they want it back. Even though they were never part of Tokyo when they had this area. Tokyo, when Osaka came around, was only up to like here. You know what I mean? So I don't know why they want to go up that north, but because it was owned by Tokyo, they feel entitled. But now our oldest nation in the game, Pyongyang, is gone. The oldest nation now is Taipei. And we go over to Orang, whatever. And their leader dies. We go down to Chengdu. Their leader dies. What the fuck? What a waste of turns. We go over to Kyoto. They're gonna largely expand. They're still masterminds of war. They're gonna encircle the island again. After being repelled, they're going to take a little bit of that island and then realize it's not worth it. They're going to continue their encirclement and almost get it. They're almost surrendered up there. Tianjin inherited a war that they might not know how to fight. We go over to Orang again. Their leader just died, and they're going to mediumly expand in honor of him. They're building temples over here, and I mean, they're just chilling. They're building statues, sorry, not temples. We go down to Brunei, who's just been chilling this whole damn time. And they're going to smallly expand. They're just chilling. You know what I mean? They almost have all of Borneo. They might not get it by the time this video is over. We go down to Medan, who will mediumly expand, taking what is left of this Indonesian area, taking some land from Bokipin, but they don't mind it. They're going to start taking some islands, almost coming in contact with Brunei, but not. And that is going to be their turn. We now go over to Port Moresby, who's very small compared to what they used to be. They're gonna go on the offensive, taking as much of Sorong as they can, and they're gonna cut off some part of the nation. We go up to Rizhao, who's gonna adopt a religion. They are Protestants right now. What will they be in a moment? They're gonna be shamanists. Which one had that? Somebody had it. Oh, Taipei. Now, if we look at the faith map mode, yellow is a little less there. And actually, you know what? With a burst of strength from a new convert, Taipei will take back their food production for like the 80th time in this one video alone. And in both videos that this war has been going on combined, probably 90. Now we go up to Orang. They're going to adopt a religion, so they're leaving behind Chondoism, more likely than not. Let's spin the wheel. Yeah, they're going to become Taoists, which is Fuzhou's religion and also Dewey's religion, but their religion, whatever the hell it was, Chondoism, is now extinct. As we go over to Maliwan, who's going to try to storm the capital of Bangkok. Actually, you know what? They're going to ask for a union. They're going to be like, hey, do you want a union with us? But the religious difference is never going to work, so Maliwan gets rejected, and the war continues. We go up to Kyoto. Warlords, basically, at this rate. They're going to found a religion. They don't want to be Shinbutsu Shugo. I think that's what they were at that moment. They're going to become Zen Buddhists. So yeah, now we have a nice little purple up there, which is different from every purple we have, thankfully. It's a weird time to have a religious moment, you know, when you're at war, but it's happened many times before, so why stop there? We go over to Maliwan. We're almost at the end here. That day, you know, they're gonna storm the capital of Bangkok, and they get it. Castle of Bangkok. We go down to Medan, who Oh, that's not good. They got a small split. We're gonna get Padang. We have this purple already. Alright, they're gonna get these islands, and that's really it. Actually, they're gonna get these islands too. That's it. They're just chilling. They just wanted islands. They got the vote ratified. They're not violent. We go up to Taipei, who, at a moment like this, is gonna found a religion, so they're getting rid of their religion. I'm running out of fucking religions because I'm getting all like the Shinto and Buddhist areas. They're gonna be Falun Gong, which is something. I don't know. I don't remember. I kind of hate that it blends in with this white, but you can see it. It's fine. It's better than this fucking dark blue down here that you can hardly see because of the color of the water. We're gonna go to Dewey, who's gonna adopt a religion at a time like this. Taoism didn't work for them. And they're gonna become Baptists, which funnily enough is Bokyupin's religion. And Bokyupin used to be at war with Maliwan. So that's a funny thing. And this is going to be the last turn, and then I'll just give a rundown of what happens in the years after that we don't see. And what a way to end it. We got Brunei. And they're, what a way to end it. They're just going to end it with an expansion. Now that is the last turn of the video. Let me give you a rundown of what ends up happening in the years following that we will not simulate. Brunei will continue to exist on this island and this island only, finally capturing the little bit that they don't have, still worshipping the Shafi religion, and any missionary that comes over to try to convert them and proclaim themselves as God gets executed on the spot. Haiku and Fuzhou keep going against Taipei in their war. Wuhan ends up joining Taipei, fighting against Haiku and Fuzhou. With Taipei and Wuhan coming out on top, the land of Fuzhou goes to Taipei, the land of Haiku goes to Wuhan, we'll say. Vientiane keeps expanding inland. They're just chilling. They're kind of peaceful. The war between Dewey and Maliwan ends up bringing in Bokyupin, still holding a grudge against Maliwan, and now with the religious similarity with Dewey, they end up double teaming Maliwan, and Maliwan falls. The southern part going to Bokyupin, this northern part going to Dewey. Over here, Satan himself fights very valiantly, taking advantage of the fact that Sarong is at war with Port Moresby, and ends up taking the islands right here, 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 not ending up over here, but just taking this islands and every orange over here. But Osaka does valiantly fight back and kicks them off, and every time Satan tries to come back, they just get killed off the spot. But they continue existing down here, and eventually they do become a little more civilized and become at peace with Osaka, and they're no longer Satan, they're just Dylan. You know what I mean? Kyoto still is at war with Tianjin for several hundred years, masterfully circling every bit of land, making them surrender, and this has catastrophic consequences for Tianjin as this land becomes independent. This land becomes independent. This land up here becomes independent. This land becomes independent, and they end up losing quite a lot of land. They keep all this to themselves. But independent land, independent land, independent land, independent land. And Kyoto says, that's fine. We got all the land we need. You're going to be autonomous regions under us. And that is exactly what happens. Now remember, Tianjin is also an autonomous region of Busan, but Busan, quite frankly, did not care for this war because it was started by Pyongyang, and Tianjin took over them, which means that Busan technically owns this land, but they don't care for it because it was Pyongyang land and they don't want it. Even though this was also Pyongyang land and they took it, but they're hypocrites, okay? Rizhao keeps expanding west, ending up at this little Tibetan plateau black, and they call it a day. They just call it a day. They just settle there. Orang keeps expanding, and they're just uncontacted up here for millennia until they eventually split into a bunch of different kingdoms, some living in harmony, some living very violently. Chengdu never really grows bigger, they just stay the same, and they're kind of like Liechtenstein in a way. They're just there. they're small compared to everything else. Yeah. Oh, actually, down here. Lei ends up joining Sorong in the near future, not liking independent life. And Sorong ends up taking over Port Moresby, building as much resorts as they want, and becoming the richest nation in the world and the top tourist vacation location. And they end up getting rid of their stupid fucking color for their religion. So that is the world. In this world that we will not see. Yeah, it's very hard to say goodbye to this, but by the time I come around to recording more next month, the game will be updated a bunch and this will be unstable to play on and broken as fuck. I have to say goodbye to it for now, but we'll see which map we go to next and what updates will come to this game. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. See you guys.